1, 2, 3, go!
Good morning, class. May I request everyone to please stand up for the prayer to be led by Jasper.
Let's bow our head and the Father, Son, and Spirit. Lord, thank you for this wonderful morning. Please guide our demonstrator to ensure his people teaching, and please remind her that her lesson to come up with mind while she discussing the lesson today, and that's all I think.
Okay, thank you, Jasper. Good morning, class. I am teacher Claudine. You can call me teacher Clau, okay? When I say good morning, class, you say good morning, teacher Clau. Good morning, class means good morning. Okay, let's do it together. Good morning, class.
Good morning, teacher Cloud. Good morning, classmates. Good morning.
Okay? Before you take your seats, can you pick up some pieces of papers around you? And if you're done picking up, you can now take your seats and please make sure that your line is straight. Okay? So everyone is settled. In my classroom class, I have my classroom rules, but before we dive into classroom rules, who is our leader for today? Yes, Chad, kindly please list down those absentees and make sure that you will pass it to me later on. And please remind that those absentees that they must go to school regularly so that they will not be behind from our lesson. Okay? Okay. Now, let's proceed to our classroom rules. I have some set of classroom rules that you need to follow all throughout our lesson. And these are the classroom rules. Yes, Ajna, can you please read all the classroom rules?
Classroom rules: listen and follow instructions. Always give your best. Raise your right hand if you want to answer. Be respectful to everyone.
Okay, thank you. We need to apply these classroom rules in our classroom because we need to organize all throughout the duration of our class. So our classroom rules understandable, class? Okay, but before we dive into the topic, let's have a quick review. So who can recall what is our topic last meeting? Yes, Mr. Ajnal?
So our topic last meeting was all about the different types of bullying. So the different types of bullying is four, which are the physical bullying, verbal bullying, social bullying, and cyber bullying.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajnal. So I think that you've listened well to our last topic. Now, let's step into our first activity. And our first activity is called a quick stage game. So the class will be divided into two groups using the random group generator. And each group must select one representative each. And I will show you a timer chart. And all you have to do is paste the label accordingly to the picture. So, my instructions clear, class?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, let's pick your group. Okay. The group 1 is Paddy, Capiloyan, and Bernales. These are the area of group 1 and the group 2. And the group 2 is Timbugan, Mahalas. Okay? You may now proceed to your group 1 and the group 2. Okay? Now, you must select one representative each and go here in front. Okay? These are the labels that you need to paste here in our timeline chart. And I will only give you 30 seconds, to paste your answer. And your time starts now.
Let's go, Jasper. One. Jasper. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, your time is up. Okay, you can now take your seats and please arrange yourself according to your line. Okay, so now let's see if your answers are correct. So the first picture is infancy. So your answers are correct. The second picture is early childhood, 2 to 6 years old. Another correct. The third picture is middle childhood, 7 to 12 years old. Correct. The fourth is adolescents, 13 to 18 years old. Also correct. The fifth one is the adulthood. And the last picture is old age. So I guess that you have an idea what is our topic for today. Yes, Kapiluyan?
I think our topic for today is about infancy.
Okay. Thank you for trying. Yes, Ajnal?
I think our topic today is about the stages of life.
Okay, thank you. So our topic for today is all about the stages of growth and development. But before we dive into the topic, let's unpack first our learning objective. Yes, Adrian, can you please read the A? Jasper, please read the letter B. And Maharas, please read the letter C.
Identify key developmental milestones.
Please stand up.
Identify key developmental milestones in each stage from infancy over.
Okay, thank you, Adrian.
Share the importance of respecting individual differences in growth and development, fostering empathy toward people in different life stages.
Okay, thank you, Jasper and Maharas.
C. Create scenarios that address personal health and well-being amid challenges in growth and development.
Okay, but before we delve into the stages, we must know first what is growth. Yes, Kapiluyan, can you please read what is growth?
So the growth is mainly about physical change like getting taller or stronger.
Okay, thank you so much, Kapiluyan. When you say growth, it means that a person is getting bigger size, like getting taller or gaining weight. It is about physical changes of how a person is growing. Okay? The next one is, yes, Ajna, can you please read what is development?
Development includes mental, emotional, and social progress, such as learning new skills or learning
Learning relationships.
So development, it is a stage where we develop ourselves, especially in our mental, emotional, and our social progress, where we our cognitive, our psychomotor develop as gradually develop while we are growing up.
Okay, thank you, Ajna. So as Ajna said, that
Hi Claudine, your battery is now at 20%. Please connect your charger immediately.
by learning these new skills, we can grow are emotional aspect, mentally, and sociality. So both growth and development is present on how we grow up day by day from infant to adulthood. So, are you guys ready to step into another activity?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so our next activity is called Milestone Match Up. So in this activity, I will group you into two groups using the random group generator, and all you're gonna have to do is to scan the QR code that I will be provided, and after you scan those QR code, all you're gonna have to do is read those instructions. I-pause na ka dyan.
Di ko kabalo.
I-pause mo.
Ano na gino? 20% good. Wala ka extension.
Ay, okay na.
Oops.
Oh.
Di na ako i-pause.
Continue.
Okay. After you scan those QR code, you will read the instructions about our activity. And after you read those instructions, I will give you 3 paper bags that contains the different milestones of each stages. And you must pick one representative each group to paste the labels here in the picture. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the group 1 is Paddy, Timbugan, and Maharas. And the group 2 is Jasper and Kapeluya. Okay, you can now proceed to your group. You can now use your phones, and I will deliver the paper bags. Okay, the group 1 contains infancy to middle childhood, and the adolescence and old age is group 2. So are you guys ready to paste your answer? Or not? Okay. So are you guys ready? Are you done discussing with your group?
Yes, ma'am.
Not yet. Not yet, ma'am.
Yes.
So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, the first group that will paste their answer is from group 1. Discussion is there.
Yes, kakalo.
Okay, are you done group 2?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, now you may now take your seats. Okay, let's see if your answers are all correct. So the group 1 is stages that you've answered is infancy to middle childhood. So let's first know what is so, yes, Jasper, can you read please what is infancy?
Infancy is the initial phase of human life, spanning from birth to around 2 years old. It is marked by rapid physical growth and the beginning of emotional and cognitive development. During this period, infants are entirely dependent on caregivers for their needs and survival.
Okay, thank you. When we say infancy, this early period of time is very crucial for the infant because they develop core motor skills, which is crawling, sitting, and walking. They started to be curious of their environment through their senses, It might hearing, smelling, or touching. And a significant part of this stage is the baby are forming an attachment towards their caregivers or their parents, because parents and the caregivers provides a security and influence emotional health throughout their life. So let's check if your developmental milestones are correct. Sitting without support, babbling, and crawling. So the group 1 got the correct answer from infancy. Now let's proceed to the second stage. Yes, Maharas, can you please read?
Early childhood. Early childhood is a period of rapid growth, typically from age 2 to 6, where children develop foundation skills like language, social action, and independence.
Okay, thank you so much. When we say early childhood class, the children here is the curious explorers. They learn social norms like sharing, taking turns, and understanding emotions. In this stage also, they become more independent, like they getting dressed by themselves, combing their hair, brushing their teeth, and even putting shoes on their own without the support of their parents. And also, most of the children here are participating in an imaginative play, which is essential for the cognitive and social growth. So let's see if your developmental milestones are correct. Recognizing colors, shapes, and numbers, making friends and playing cooperation team, speaking in simple sentence, and lastly, toilet training. So you got the correct answer. And the third stage is the middle childhood. Yes, Ajna, can you please read?
The middle childhood is a stage of steady, physical, cognitive, and social growth, roughly from ages 6 to 12. So in this stage, ma'am, the person or the person is really in a state of steady, where he can think wise and can also socialize sa mga tao po, and roughly this is where we gain peers, friends, and companions.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajna. So as Ajna said, in this stage, the children becomes more independent on their own, especially in thinking, doing some problem solving, and also understanding emotions. So in this stage, education and friendship are very important to them because they thought that it is the center of their life, which is essential for their cooperation when they do participating in such an event. Let's check if your developmental milestones are correct. Reading and writing, understanding rules and fairness, self-awareness and self-esteem, and participation in team sports. So you got the correct answer. And now let's proceed to the fourth stage of growth and development. Yes, Chad, can you please read?
Adolescence is a transitional phase from childhood to adulthood, typically from age 12 to 18, characterized by physical, emotional, and cognitive change.
Can you give some insight?
Adolescence, ma'am, it is a way that a person is changing his physical and also the mental behavior. And this stage is thinking.
Okay, thank you for your insight, Chad. So when we say in adolescence, teens are starting to explore who they are. They establish their personal values and seek independence from their parents because the person is transitioning from children to becoming an adulthood. Okay, let's check if your developmental milestones are correct. Developing a personal identity, career or education planning, forming deeper emotional relationship and physical growth, spur, and puberty. So you got the correct answer from adolescence. Now let's proceed to the fifth stage. Yes, Adrian, can you please read the adulthood and give some insight?
Adulthood stage typically pursue personal and professional growth, such as establish families and contribute to society. So adulthood, this is the stage where can be find partners and go to in a relationship and but not just to go in the specific goal, but we build a career and we face financial stability. And for me, to maintain like
Okay, thank you so much for your insight, Adrian. So as Adrian said, this stage is when the adults are more focused on building their career, relationships, and their lifetime partner. So in this stage, adulthood balance different kinds of roles and responsibilities so that they will secure their future. Okay? And now, let's check if your developmental milestones are correct. Building a career and financial stability, forming and maintaining intimate relationships, parenting or caring for others, and last, achieving personal or professional goals. And now, let's move on to the last stage of growth and development. Yes, Maharas, can you please read the old age and give me some insights?
Old age marks the final stage of life, often associated with retirement, reflection, and sometimes physical or cognitive treatment. So, old age is where the stage where we're getting older, retired sa trabaho, and facing health cognitive issues.
Okay, thank you so much, Maharas. So as Maharas said, that elderly individual often focuses on their health, social connections, and their peers. Although in this stage, the elderly might face health challenges, but of course, even though that they might face some challenges, they carry the wisdom and the life that they journey along the way. And now let's check if your developmental milestones are correct. Retirement from the workforce, engagement in hobbies, social activities, facing health or cognitive issues, and lastly, physical change such as reduced mobility. So I guess that you got the correct answer from infancy to old age. Now, before we proceed to our activity, yes, Chad, can you please give me the 6 stages of growth and development?
First one is the infancy, the early childhood, the middle childhood, the adolescence, adulthood, and old age.
Okay, so we have 6 stages of growth and development, and those are infancy, early childhood,
middle
childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age. So I guess that you listened well to the discussion. Now let's proceed to another activity. And our activity called 1, 2, 3, share. In this activity, I will pick the randomly students to read the scenarios and answer the questions. So are you guys ready to answer the questions?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, class. But before we dive in, I will okay. The first student that will answer in my scenario and question is Mr. Paddy. Please stand up. And your scenario is this. A caregiver noticed that one infant is already crawling at 9 months, while another is still content sitting and observing. And your question is, how can understanding that each baby develops at their own pace help us support their growth?
So according to the scenario, one baby is already growing while one baby is just observing the other baby. So as a caregiver, if I'm going to be a caregiver, so understanding each baby is very important because as we all know that each person is different, so we should respect their own pace, that where they can develop or where they can develop their skills or their cognitive skills, and especially for that baby where bata pa nga sila, so let us wait where is the time span of that child if when he or she will grow as she or he is.
Okay, thank you so much, Chanel. Okay, the second scenario is, yes, Jasper, can you please stand up? In a preschool, one child is confident in dressing alone, and another takes longer to learn this skill. And your question is, why is it important to respect each child's unique development in skills like dressing?
Based on the scenario, it is important. To respect each individual case of human life because this kind of respect is to lead us to be a responsible person, that who we are and what we are. That's what we
Okay, thank you, Jasper. So each of the individual baby contains different uniqueness, and as they grow and develop their skills, so that we need to guide them and respect each one of them. And the third scenario, yes, Adrian, please stand up. Two children are working on a group project. One is very organized, and the other prefers to work spontaneously. And your question is, how can understanding their different working styles promote empathy and teamwork?
Understand the different working styles. The first one is they he is easily or faster and make work. And then the other different work styles is to he has a spontaneous
Okay, yes, Achna, can you please help Adrian? Please remain standing, Adrian.
So, the scenario that is given was one student is consecutively working with his homework while the other is spontaneously working. So, in understanding their different working styles, so let us respect again their decision. Maybe that one person who spontaneously do his or her homework has a reason why he did that, but to the other student that is working his homework early, or should we say maaga yung niya sa homework niya. So, in understanding the different work styles, just as I say that we should see the brighter side of each stories as we are going to promote empathy and teamwork. So we have to understand each sides so that we understand their story.
Okay, thank you so much, Achna. You cannot take your seat. But Adrian, please remain standing. Yes? Okay, Jamal, please come back after, okay? Next scenario is, yes, Maharas. Can you please read the scenario 4?
One teen wants to pursue a career in arts, while another is interested in science. Their interests differ greatly.
And your question is, why is it important to support adolescents' individual passions and interests?
Because in this stage, we develop in persons what they want to their lives and what interests that they want to do, and we need to support that so that they can grow and develop their.
Okay, thank you, Maharas. Yes, Adrian, can you give some additional answer for this question? Why is it important to support adolescents' individual passions and interests?
It's very important now to support citizens because we have a different passions and interests. Right? But if you support one of the each and every one, we are created as individually innovative person, passionate person, and innovative as I say.
Okay, you cannot take your seat. And the second, or the scenario 5, yes, Jasper, can you please read?
Two adults in the same workplace are having the same family. Responsibilities differ. One is stay at home parent and other work is school.
Okay, and your question is, how does recognizing these different life circumstances help us show empathy and respect?
So this scenario it shows that different lives have different circumstances because as you can see the scenario, both situations have different life circumstances. So as we can see, we face in every single life to different path because na all individual peoples in human life have their own capability in terms of providing their needs or for their families.
Okay, great answer. And the last scenario is, yes, Ajna, please read the scenario 6.
An elderly person's purpose quiet, solitary activities while others are very active on social media.
Okay, and your question is, why should we respect each other's way of enjoying life?
As the scenario says, two different elders are enjoying their lives. One is enjoying actively while others is enjoying peace or their peace. And we should respect that as the elders are getting old and we should know that this is just their only way to enjoy life.
Okay, thank you, Ajna. So we need to respect and give the love towards the elders because kahit na matatanda na sila, pero madadaanan pa rin natin ito. So kailangan natin bigyan ng respeto ang isa't isa para malaman natin kung ano ang kanilang naranasan sa kanilang buhay. But before we delve into another activity, yes, Jamel, can you please recite what are those stages of growth and development?
So the first one is the infancy, early childhood, middle childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and also the old age.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamel. Okay, yes, Jasper, can you please stand? What developmental milestone stage does the crowning belong?
I think it's belong to the infancy because in the stages when the baby is learning the basic stages of pace of life.
Okay, thank you so much. So I guess that you instill those lessons, and now let's proceed to another activity, and this activity called Stage Simulation Showcase. So in the same group proper groups. And this is the instruction. Each group will simulate 2 to 3 developmental activities related to their stage. After simulation, each group will pick one representative to share briefly. So, the group 1 contains the infancy and the middle childhood stage, and the group 2 contains the adolescence to old age. So all you're going to have to do is to create a scenario that contains developmental key milestones on each stage that you've assigned. And before you go to your respective practices area, these are the criteria. Accuracy of simulation 4, observation skills 4, participation and effort 4, safety and adaptability 4, and overall reflection is 4. So I will only give you 1 minute to practice your developmental milestone, and okay, I will give you 3 minutes to practice your developmental milestone, and your time starts now.
Adolescents. Naman ako sa future. Kaya.
So are you guys ready to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the group 2, are you ready to present?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let pause the time. The first group that will present their developmental scenarios is the group 2. And I will only give you 1 minute to present your scenario. Okay? And after you present, you must pick one representative to briefly share about your scenario. Okay? And your time starts now.
Gusto ko observe lang para sa ito. Ibugas naman ko. Yung crash na ba? Hindi yung wala siya. Gusto na ako bang ba? Gusto ko malagay mo? Oo. The experience is adulthood. Adulthood.
Gini mo na. Beta la, beta sa kwan. Lala mama. Ay, lala mama. Beta sa balay. That's it. So,
Yes?
okay, so the scenario we showed is first is adolescence. Adolescence is the stage where the initial growth of sperm and puberty, which has we have the acne, puberties, and the exciting part is to have and to engage in a relationship. And then sa adulthood, we building a career, financial stability, and we plan to achieve those goals. And then in the old age is from the adulthood it reciprocate those engagement in novels that in social activities like we show that my mother is like this and that
Okay, thank you, group 2. Now, the group 1 will present, and please, group 2, remain on the side. Okay? Your time starts now.
It's a star! It's shot! Daddy, what's shot? Like this! Beer! Oh, pulutan! Jasper! Wait, let's go! Let's play some sports. Let's go to play soccer. They have soccer there. Team sports! Alright. So our first scenario was of the infancy. So as we presented that the baby is growing and the father is very happy because his baby is growing, starting to grow. And for the early childhood, as we can see earlier, that the child is asking his father what color is that or what shape is that, and she recognizes it by the help also of his father. And for the middle childhood, as it focuses on his self, so he is wanted to play some soccer. That's why he wants his teammates or his friends to go with him. So that's why he called his friends to play a soccer.
Okay, thank you, group 1. Okay, class, please proceed to your seat and make your lives change. So, the first group that present is the group 2. I will give you 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, and you got 18 points. Okay, let's give this a clap. And then the last group is the group 1. I give you 4, 4, 4, 3, and 4, and you got 19 points. So let's give a round of applause to everyone. Okay. So I guess that you've enjoyed our lessons for today. So before we go to the next, we must do a recap first. Okay, Rian, what is our topic for today?
Topic for today is all about the stages of
Of
growth development.
stages of growth and development. Okay. Yes, Ajna, what is growth and development?
So growth is where our body changes over time, where our body changes or like tataas tatanda din tayo yung tao, diwata. That's the growth. And the development is where we gradually develop from infancy to adulthood, where we experience circumstances that can change our thinking or our individual aspects.
Okay, thank you, Ajna. The second question is, what are those 6 stages of growth and development? Yes, Jasper.
Infancy,
Early childhood,
middle childhood,
adolescent, adulthood,
and old age.
old age. Okay, and the last question is, Maharas, why is it important to give respect and love towards the different stages of growth and development?
It is important to support, I guess, support those 6 stages of growth and development because every person will be grow older and older and it is important because to have a for them to have a good decision making for themselves and
Okay, thank you. And now, let's do the assessment. So the Google form are already sent into your GC and you can now use your phone.
Thank you, ma'am.